he's better than Chriso. That's all I said. And people give me shit because they say I'm hating on Chriso. I don't hate on Chriso. I just
Yeah.
don't like his physique if you compare it with Keone. For me, this is a no-brainer. If I was a judge, Keone would beat Chriso 9 times out of 10.
Who do you give a front double, Jose? You're the judge.
From this, it looks like Joan to me. He's got that crazy vacuum, wide lats, big full arms. It
Mhm.
just flows pretty. But Presti looks clearly a lot harder.
Hey, Poland, we had a pro show last weekend. Was a decent lineup.
There was this in lineup, and listen, there was 8 Polish bodybuilders. I'm so
Yeah.
happy to see that. 8, you know, two of
Did
them.
Andre Presti win that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what I thought.
Did you
Did
watch?
you see
I,
anything?
I saw some of it. It was Joan. Joan was second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you watch it, Milos?
Yeah, yeah. I watch as much, of course, on YouTube. I didn't watch a stream, but I
Stream.
was on the phone with Mauro right away, and of course he knew that after the prejudging there were 1 and 2. Uh, I think the score sheet just came out, and prejudging it was close. It was 2 points, 4 and 6, and then at the finals it was straight.
One's for Presti.
Grassy was in crazy condition. I mean, we all
I
know.
saw, but I saw a lot of comments and where people complain about, oh, let me stop training my legs so I can get to his size and start winning shows.
Yeah.
That
That's
fair?
if Presti has a bigger quads, he would be very dangerous guy.
But how many
He
years
already
are we
is.
Yeah.
how many years are we saying this? Does that mean it's not possible for him to grow quads? It
Uh,
almost, to be honest, to me, and it's just a picture or video or whatever I saw, it almost looked like they were downsized.
No,
You
I
know?
mean, he was in great condition, put it this
Yeah.
way. They were going, how many times he was second this year? I mean, you feel for the guy. He was like second in China, second to Nexila, second, so many times. Jesus Christ. And then he picked this show, and originally, uh, uh, Andrew was going to do it. Andrew was going to announcing he's
Oh, he's doing Romania.
yeah, he's doing Romania, but there was like talk. I remember when I talked to Maura, it's like, what are you going to go?
Oh, so don't tell me they were thinking about pulling out of this show because
Well, you know,
that's the feeling I have when it comes to them. They're going to pull out if somebody's in there that they don't think they can beat.
anybody, if Andrew is competing, you better pull out. You seen Andrew this morning on
No.
Instagram? Yeah, looking crazy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why he is doing it. What's the
You
purpose?
expect a better. Maybe they're just maneuvering and then manipulating and trying new things to see what they can do for the Arnold. Maybe he's going to come out and he's even fucking better than the Olympia.
It looks like it.
yeah.
I mean, it's easy to look better than the Olympia if you stand next to guys that are not that caliber.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a walk in the park, of course. Even though,
The last time we said that, we ate our
Yeah.
words. Let's say that. I'm stopping because I got too much heat last week.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
reading,
got it.
I'm reading all the comments of both of you guys.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I saw a few. I saw a few, but
I don't even care.
they don't bother me, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I don't. They don't bother me.
The whole Keone
I'm
thing.
called so many things, huh?
I'm a huge fan of his physique. I think he's got one of the best physiques in the world. I'm not going to take that back. He didn't win. He got beat fair and square.
Oh, you talking about Keon?
Yeah, people are
Okay,
going
yeah,
nuts over that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
People
but
saying he shouldn't even be. Some people saying he shouldn't even be top four. Get the fuck out of here.
no,
Listen, I'm glad. This time, I got to say, I'm glad someone else had the same thought as me. And I know he's not well liked in some of in the industry,
I
but
agree with him.
Sean
I
Ray
agree with him.
he said the same thing I said.
I think he should have beat
The only thing
Crizzle.
I didn't say is that Stevie Wonder would have saw that.
It's funny.
Did you
Yeah.
see it?
hey, he's pushing a little bit too hard because Stevie Weinberger can call him. It's like, say it again.
No, but I know what he tried to say. He said, you know, listen,
It's still bodybuilding show.
I
Listen,
know it's bodybuilding, but Milos, you were an advocate of fucking symmetry and
absolutely,
shit,
absolutely. So here
you
it is.
know.
Here's what I want to tell you.
So, but I do have to understand that, and I'm going to get it slowly but surely. I'm not right there yet, but I do have to understand that the judging has changed in
Well,
some. It's not the same as back in the days.
well, okay, Jose, you love Keon's physique. We all do. And
Yep.
when he's alone, we were judging, like, that's close to perfect. He has
Yeah.
enough size, he has a weight, he has a V-taper, sweeping X frame, beautiful, 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 any which way you look at it, and kind of appear big, at the 5'5" height. And I'm serious. I was announcing this to you guys. I'm afraid when he stands next to those guys, it's just not going to be big enough. Even though we had Lila Brada and Mohammed Maccabi and Danny Padilla and history of all these smaller guys that were hanging in, but it was apparent when he was right there. Samson,
It
Krizo,
was, it was apparent with Lee Priest. It was apparent with all those little guys, smaller guys back then too. But they still slayed a lot of big guys. So at the end of the day, I understand that he cannot beat Samson if Samson is on
hmm.
or is
Yep.
off. But
So
I was just talking about one thing. I was okay with him not beating Martin. I never complained. The only thing that I thought is when I'm looking at bodybuilding, for me, he's better than Chriso. That's all I said. And people give me shit because they say I'm hating on Chriso. I don't hate on Chriso. I just
Yep.
don't like his physique if you compare it with Keon. For me, this is a no-brainer. If I was a judge, Keon would beat Chriso 9 times out of 10.
okay, Jose, you tell me.
I
So
don't care. They
if you
don't like
would
it,
judge
that's my opinion.
how would you place Keon? And we know that you're his biggest fan, but now
I'm
after
not
After
his
seeing
biggest
that,
fan.
I would have
I'm
had him
not his
third.
biggest fan.
third,
I would have had him third.
Yeah.
Like Dennis just said, Samson is huge and pretty,
Milos.
and Martin is too. But Crizzo, there's nothing pretty about that physique.
Milos. I think you're probably the only one from that era that would believe that Chriso should have beat Keon.
hold on a second. It's nothing pretty about his physique. What is pretty about Nick's physique?
Nothing.
And you will put him in potential top three
But
there.
but
But
but I will say Nick
okay,
has a better
okay.
taper,
Let's
much better
compare Nick
taper.
and Chriso. Who has better shape? Come on now.
Nick, clearly.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah,
in a
Something
way, but
off.
but not by a mile. Okay.
but by half a mile.
Yeah.
Both front and back. Put it any way you want him. Nick's gonna beat him every time, 10 times out of 10.
Okay. Most muscular shots nobody is taking from.
Okay, that's pose
That's
number
one
8. By
post.
that time, he's already set
And
his zero.
side chest is becoming, and side triceps is super competitive. He smoked Keon on those.
I get you, but you cannot make a case. You can
Okay,
just be
so
one of
this is
the
three already. Frontal biceps with these crazy arms. Yes, he doesn't, yeah, but he has a balance. It's not like he's missing the legs. Hey,
I think his legs came
he
up.
doesn't have a V taper.
But where's the shape? Yes. Where's the shape?
You
Shapely,
know,
Milos.
okay,
Where's the
so
shape?
in shape department, that's why I was saying, like, listen, we don't really judge like judges do. They take boxes and shape, size, definition, the dryness, blah, 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 each
Okay.
pose, balance. Okay,
Okay.
for
You
example,
adjusted. I think you adjusted with the time, Milos. Back 10 years ago, you would have said there's no fucking way.
hey, back double biceps, he used to have a weak back double biceps.
He's
Now,
getting better. He's
He's
getting
getting
better.
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 He's
Okay,
getting, I
and
said that though. I never said he's not improving. He's improving, but he
his
can't.
legs are improved, his glutes, because you was pointing
I'm
out
not. I'm not
last.
focusing on that too much.
Dennis, I don't think Milos really believes what he's saying.
I don't
I
think so.
think
Either. I
if
think
he
he's just saying
was
that
judging,
to pick the nice comments. He don't want to get teared up. Yeah, yeah. I know what he's
Yeah,
I
saying.
think
yeah, I
he's
want to
just
kiss
making the
ass.
argument.
Yes. Right now,
I want to
you're
be
not
loved,
100%
not hated.
honest.
No, no, no. I gotta give it.
Should release some phone calls.
After you said Chris is never gonna beat Keon, there's a clip, and I say I double that. So it's me with you on that until I've seen them together. And uh, you know, Jose, you
The
respond.
size, the
You respond
density.
on my size matters. I purposely put this was my where I was going. I put my big 99 version, size matters, and you kind of like my physique at the 99, the size. Okay. If I'll be
But you had,
97, which
but
I
you had,
like,
but you had shape too, Milos, not just size.
yeah.
You had shape.
Okay. So Chris doesn't have the best shape. For what reason? He doesn't have a small waist and V-tapered shoulders and lats.
He has
Okay.
crazy body
How
parts.
about
Yeah,
biceps? How about triceps? How about delts? How
he's
about
got
chest? How about
crazy
legs?
body parts.
Y-
Crazy body parts. Yes. But when you
And
put them together, it's like the puzzle don't match. So you gotta, you gotta
he has a wide waist and really thick obliques.
Yeah,
So it doubles. Even in the back double, you can see his obliques popping out.
He's
yeah.
getting better though, but there's nothing he can do about his shape. This it's never going to
No.
change. The only thing he can do is maybe come in a little bit smaller so he can control the obliques a little tighter because when he lets them go, it's over. For me, it's just not that's not bodybuilding for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he gets in a good condition.
Yeah.
He gets in crazy conditions, some of the
He has the
best out there.
size.
Yes. Okay, if that's enough for him to place, then okay, then that's just where we are right now. Finish. I'm gonna adjust just like you did. I'm gonna adjust to it, and from now on, I will look at it differently. I will say,
He's
fuck,
dangerous,
right,
but he's
Jose,
not.
you got crazy shoulders and biceps, you're gonna place.
Jose, I was
Yeah.
saying this on my Instagram, okay? And then I get in fights with everybody. We can say how we briefly judge. We just glance and say our opinion. But judges actually have to dissect it and
Yeah.
look pose by pose, body part by body part, balance, proportion, symmetry, conditioning from standpoint of dryness, of fullness, of everything. And then if the guys separate the legs when they're doing whatever front pose, many times they don't. And I catch myself many times like, oh, if he would flex his legs, he would want that pose. But here it is, he's not flexing it. So who do I give front double? Legs smooth, nothing is happening. Okay. Then they turn to the side. He let the stomach out, visibly. Okay, later on he suck it in, but it was there. So how do the judges judge that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We kind of briefly judge it, but we don't really, really judge it, even though you were, I guess, official judge somewhere.
I've been judging like almost every
Okay.
weekend for the
So
last like
explain to
month.
us, please, because you have a great eye. Explain to us, how would you judge now every aspect of bodybuilding, Krizo and Keon? I'm
I'll
curious.
tell you this: in clothes, training, tank tops, Chris is the most impressive guy out of
Yes.
all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you too.
All of them. But it just does for me personally, and this is to say it crystal clear.
Hey,
For me
Jose,
personally,
Jose is
compared
the official
to
judge.
huh?
Dennis, you and I are not judges. We have no say.
It's
Here's
just my personal opinion. That's all I'm saying.
I
I want
judge
to
the
say,
silhouette
I
first.
guess I'm not up to par with the way they judge today, and I just don't know what the judge is looking for. I don't know.
okay.
But all I know is that everybody I talk to regarding this matter, they all feel the same. So are we all just dumb?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm putting Jose in a place. I want to hear his opinion. Give him a chance. Okay, judge is a judge. Educate us.
As I just said, the first thing I look at is the silhouette and compare the frame, whether they have better taper and then I judge muscularity, and then I judge conditioning. So it's like you were saying, they have all these boxes that we're checking, and
Okay.
whoever has the most of those qualities or the least amount of um, flaws, the least amount of flaws, is the one that's going to win. And I think when I look at Keon and Crizzo next to each other, we couldn't tell because the video, the lighting wasn't spectacular. Maybe Crizzo's condition was so much better than Keon's, and his muscularity was so much better that Keon's shape didn't matter. Keon's balance didn't matter. But personally, from if I were judging that, and you're not going to get a full panel of 7 to agree on, that. I guarantee there was some judges that would have put Keone over him, but
It was
Well,
actually
it
Keone was
was
behind
close.
Yuan of the
It was
prejudging.
close with the guy. He was actually tied with the guy in fifth.
yeah,
Yeah,
I heard that.
yeah, yeah. No,
Well, because Joan has really good shape.
yes.
He's got a good V taper, huge legs. If he was a little sharper, he might have beat Keone.
What message story does that send to Keon in this field? Is that basically telling Keon stay in 212?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You think that's the message here? Stay your ass in 212.
Yeah. In 2013, I asked Steve if I should do the Open in Toronto because I won New York in 212. I beat Sammy that year. And he's like, no, nope, nope. You're not going to beat this. You're not going to beat that guy. You're not going to beat De La Rosa. You're not going to. He's like, don't do it. Do 212. And I'm like,
Mhm.
all right. Well, he was judging it, so I didn't bother. Eventually I went on to almost win a couple open shows.
What if I wonder if the same lineup would have been in Poland, the same lineup would have been in Romania and then in Spain if that would have been the same exact
No,
outcome.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Jose, you had a muscle mass. You had Boston mass. You're so thick and you're so conditioned. So your 212, it didn't matter in size department. Keon's 212 mattered. He didn't look big enough. You
Yeah,
look,
I get it.
yeah.
I get it. And I heard through the grapevine, particularly the legs is what stood out.
Mm.
Even from the side leg, the front leg, the legs looked a little shallow next to these big, big guys.
Dennis, I
Mm.
was, I was sending you the pictures of his legs and I said, like, look, legs look small. Yeah, shredded, yeah, feathered, yeah, separated, yeah, but it looks small.
Well, but then on another hand, Andrea Presti wins the Poland with no legs. Come on, what argument are you doing right now?
Yeah, I
You
think Keon could have won that show.
you say you saying
Keon,
that Presti has better legs than the
No,
Keon?
no, no.
no.
No. So that's not an argument that I will accept. Because if John would have won because he wasn't as conditioned, but everything else checked out for him. And
Yeah.
this is not me hating on Andrea. I like Mauro and I like Andrea. But if they would have gave it to the other guy, I would have felt that because now they only basically awarded the condition, but
Yeah.
not the shape, not the proportions, not the balance. So is it a condition contest? Different judges? You see different results. I think if Steve would have judged that show, Joan would have won.
Possibly, but then again, Steve put Keon ahead of John, and he put
Yeah,
Martin.
but John then was not his shape.
Okay,
He wasn't conditioned enough.
okay, so if Martin beat Samson, it's not just a conditioning contest. I mean, Martin beat Samson on condition.
But Martin has great shape. He has no flaws.
Yeah, by all
Yeah.
means. Yeah,
Great legs,
yeah,
He
great
but
has no
back.
flaws, and Samson was still not the Samson that that
yeah,
that that Steve knows to be. So that's why he probably
it
gave
was
it to
one point
Martin.
decision. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I love Johan, but I'm also good friends with Andrea Presti. So it would be very hard. Like, okay, if you two are competing, Jose and Dennis, and I have to pick one. Okay, if I pick Jose and Dennis is going to be pissed off, and vice versa,
How can
right?
somebody get pissed off if you pick someone
You
else to
know,
win?
but I think that Presti's condition was out of this world, man. If you see some of these
I
videos,
know.
holy
I
hell!
know.
So
I
he has
understand.
a wide shoulders, wide shoulders, very good pecs, good deep abs, crazy back. Okay,
And
crazy hamstring
and
glutes, crazy hamstring glutes. He has a separation on the quads. He needs volume. Okay. And
yeah,
this is why I asked Judge Jose to tell us when balance is not there, how can you actually allow it? You know,
Well, I agree with the call. I actually like. There's other factors that make up for his lack of leg volume.
okay?
That he's very good at presentation, his poses.
Yeah.
You know, he can
I
make
don't think his
things
legs are
appear.
that small. I don't think they're too small. They're just not up to par with the upper body because he's super wide.
Right, right.
But
But from
I
the
also
side, he
think
looks
that,
crazy. You know,
yeah,
that side chest, side tricep, his back is nuts. You know, his pecs are full and striated, great front lat spread. He's got other pose. He wins most of the poses. That's how he won. Even
Yeah,
though his legs were a little smaller, he wins
I,
most of the poses.
I
yeah, I
think
agree.
if I don't know how he gets in that condition. I don't know if it's a lot of cardio, but I think he can sacrifice a little bit condition for keeping the legs fuller.
I
You know,
wonder if it's like a Derek thing. Like if his legs look huge 2 months out and then they get thin, then that's an answer.
Yeah,
yeah.
but
But
legs were never big. I mean, you see, you've never seen the pictures of Andrea Presti showing his legs.
no.
In Instagram, he's always like upper body, and I would say just like Arnold back in the day when he said he cut off all the long pants and to show his calves. Supposedly, I don't know if it's true. Look at my weakness. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know who he reminds me of? I mean, not that he reminds me of, but who's similar situation? Amir.
Amir.
Yeah.
Similar situation. Always when it comes to condition, one of the most peeled guys out there. But his legs is just not up to par with his upper body.
Yeah.
And after
And
so
he's
many years, I don't care how young you are, and instead Andrea Presti, I just think after so many years, I know he knows that his downfall is his quads. And I'm sure he does everything or he tried everything in the books till now. And if there's just a stubborn body part that just don't want to grow, they grow in off season, and as soon as you get in shape, the legs is the first thing that wants to go once you start pulling that water, and then you're going to stand there with the same situation. It just looked to me, I've seen shows of him where his legs looked like they were a little bit fuller, and I guess this time they went really, really for condition, and it just, it just took off some of his quads.
Uh,
yeah, it could be who he's standing next to too.
Yeah. I mean, this Spanish guy's got fucking great quads. He's
Wheels.
like, of course, it's like a bad look if you stand next to him because his quad sweep is out of the world.
Yeah.
extreme,
Yeah. But I
crazy.
still I still think it's okay for Presti to win. I think it's okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel bad for the Spanish guy because he's been knocking the door now, and
yeah.
hopefully he continues to go.
He's having
Well,
ultimate fun. He's doing Romania too, I think.
yeah, but Romania is Andrew. I mean, the chances of him winning there are just like he might as well take take that off and go to Spain because he is from Spain.
I know, but listen, just losing to Andrew it's fun. Standing on the stage with Andrew and having your ass kicked. I'm serious. Did you see?
Standing
Hey,
next, getting your ass kicked is fun. I don't.
yeah,
I never.
that's
I
my whole
never.
career.
I never felt like this, to be honest.
I
I never.
always did. Listen, I said this story a million times. 97, 98, 99. I'm going to European Grand Prix tours with all those guys, knowing on a good day, maybe I can place fifth.
Okay, so but that's good enough.
Fine.
That's it's not fun to get your ass whooped.
I didn't take it that way. That's the judge's decision. I'm right
No,
there. I'm
yeah, I
fighting with
mean,
those guys. It was fun.
it
But
pays where you pays, but I wouldn't go anywhere just to get my ass kicked. I'll
yeah,
go and
and I
find a
made
fight.
$0.
Yeah.
There was a European tour. I made zero. I know
Who paid for all the flights and hotels on the tour?
it was paid. It was paid. I
Yeah,
was one of the guys that
promoters
expenses
paid back
paid.
then. That was the easy part. That's why they had a lot of guys from the US going out there because the
Even
hotel and
though it was not paid for Ronnie all these years. You remember how Ronnie was taking a train when we were flying?
oh,
Yeah,
that was before he won the Olympia, you mean?
yeah, of course. So after you win the
I was about
Olympia,
to say, I mean, listen, they pay for me and they don't
the
pay for Ronnie. I don't think so.
you get Dennis James first class treatment every time.
Oh, not back
Dennis,
then. I was me and Jay both back in the economy, fucking eating all the sandwiches they had to offer. Yeah,
hey,
I remember.
do you ever see Amir in Germany?
Yeah, sometimes.
Did you talk to him about the way he poses his legs?
Listen, he's been doing this. I think Milos talked to him way more about this. I told him he's a because you know how when someone knows that his legs are shallow, what they do
He
when they
bends
show
his
their legs.
knees.
What not only that, but when they show their legs, they only pull the pants down, not below the knee,
Right.
above the. because that gives you that biggest part and it makes it look a little bit bigger than they really are. It's an old trick.
Yeah.
He keeps doing it. He'll send you pictures with the legs, but he has the pants right above the knees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the trick. That's
It's a dead giveaway.
just like I said to you guys on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen it, Dennis, but Chris Cormier and Jose responded with those guys for 10 seconds on the stage. They're doing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now this is a new thing. You hide your stomach.
yeah, like, oh, we don't know what you're doing, you know?
Everybody's doing it now. I mean, you see,
It's pathetic.
I saw Akim start doing it.
Yeah,
Everybody's trying to come out like this. See, at least do like Derek did and just squeeze the waist in and make the waist look smaller. Get that oblique part out of there by putting your hands in front of it. Now they're covering up completely. Every pose. It's like we know we can see you.
yeah.
Practice to hold that shit in. Practice to hold it in for 10, 15 minutes. That's all the stage time you got, anyways.
I still think that you should have feet together like used to be, and we don't have this riding the horse stances, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Arda, put up the top four from Poland so we can look at them real quick when you find it. Yeah, man.
Akim was fourth, and Akim was good. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think of Akim? He was in
I,
condition.
yeah, but from the back, man, it's this is nothing's left. It's the back.
There's
This
something wrong. There's like atrophy bad
yeah,
in
it's been
the
going on for
left.
years and it's getting worse every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
can we stop pitch pose?
He's got some knockout shots though. Like his side poses are wild.
Yeah, side pose is unbeatable. Okay, who do you give a front double, Jose? You're the judge.
From this, it looks like Joan to me. He's got that crazy vacuum, wide lats, big full arms. It
Mhm.
just flows pretty. But Presti looks clearly a lot harder.
So does the one on the left.
Yeah,
Presti's the one.
Pablo,
Who is that?
Pablo,
Pablo.
your piece, I think. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's very sharp too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
conditioned. And if you stand
condition
next
and
to the two
round.
conditioned guys, that makes you look even smoother. So Joan looks like a little softer now, even
Yeah,
though he was
even compared
soft.
to Akim.
Yeah.
Akim looks great in the front of biceps. I love it, and I love his ab shot in it. I know people don't like it, but I love it. Look at that small waist, V tapered,
Big
crazy arm.
quads.
Let's go to the next one, lat spread. Look how they cover. Look, the other guys doing the same thing,
Yeah,
and Akeem is doing it too. Why? I don't understand. You don't need to. All right.
That's Presti.
yeah. I mean, you see, Dennis, yeah, the legs are not great, but the deep separation, there is VMO, there is
Yeah,
lateralis, there
listen,
is,
listen. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it.
sartorius, hip flexor, everything is there. Just a little bit
Mhm.
smaller.
Yeah, and then you stand next to two guys with big legs. That makes it
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks.
that makes it even worse. But then you think, those are the best bodybuilders, some of the best bodybuilders that go into the Olympia.
Yeah. Joan's really impressive.
Yeah. For me, he has a kind of Jay Cutlerish resemblance to him.
The width.
Yeah, it's just something about it.
He just needs to nail the condition. If he gets super peeled, then he's going to be super dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's really
Next,
young too.
25.
Is that it?
Yeah, 25. Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. I met him a few years ago at Dragon's Lair. He was with his coach.
Yeah.
He might have been training with you when I met
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. I was killing him. That he was puking all over the place.
All
Yeah.
right. That's a pose where and it's very
Yeah,
hard to beat Akeem in a pose like this here. I mean,
Yeah.
it
I think,
is. That side leg.
yeah. and the fullness in the chest and
Yeah.
arms.
Even though Yopis, the Pablo, all the way to the left, he has
Mhm.
this round muscle belly, his chest, shoulders, arms. He looks quite good too.
He's
Uh,
doing that pose like Milos would have done in pose.
yeah, a little cheating, maybe.
Not even much. It's not. This is fair. I think this is fair game like this.
Yeah.
He's leaning towards the judges. Is that what you mean?
No, he's turning in a little bit more, but it's not. This is actually. I think this is perfect because
Turning
any
Yeah,
in,
it looks
but
great.
most muscular, kind of. If he would put his legs straight right now, he would almost be in the most muscular pose. Just turn like 2 more inches and you are in that pose. But I like it because you see his right shoulder, right arm, right back, left, everything. So he creates the thickness. Uh, Johan is kind of leaning backwards and doesn't look powerful.
Yeah.
does
Uh,
it more like the classic way.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Akim wins this shot for sure. And then press is great because of conditioning. You can't really appreciate conditioning here. You can't really tell.
You can see that hamstring, the glutes from the side.
Yeah.
Let's move to the next one. Back double biceps.
So back, Pablo has a weaker back. That's why he is not contender yet.
Yeah, what happened? Look at. I mean, it gets worse for Akim. That atrophy is all the way up until his almost only shoulders
The
left.
shoulder blades.
Uh,
Yeah,
okay, Presley cleans this shot like right
clearly, clearly.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It,
But if can you imagine if John would be really peeled?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, his upper body would still beat him. Andrea Presley has a great V-tapered, you know, detailed, thick lats. Look at that. And small waist.
Joan looks like he has the same issue that Crizzo has is the lack of glute muscle.
Oh, we're gonna have to do some hip thrusts.
Yeah,
All right,
Presti's
last one.
nasty. Good.
Yeah, conditioning here is lights out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that
that's
John
Presti.
is leaning too far back. He should roll his elbows forward to open up a little bit more.
Yeah, I said that to him. I sent him text, everything. Here is not even so bad. Later, he's gonna hit it much worse.
You know who did that too? Flex Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Flex didn't have a wide lats. I actually think that it's a miracle how Flex made his back, especially back down biceps, look such a stellar pose when you don't have
Mm,
so much back muscles. And last spread was decent. He was narrow.
yeah.
You know who was narrow but looked good? Lee Priest. Lee Priest was so narrow when you see him in front of you, and then when he spreads the legs, they just pop out. So,
Phil.
feel
Yeah.
too.
Phil is, but this pose also easy, Andrea.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit the side triceps.
Akim.
Yeah, before he even hits it. Yeah, it's way too much going on there. Leg, quads, hamstring, glutes, shoulders, chest, triceps. Yeah.
John need to work on his posing, man, for
Yeah, he's
sure.
leaning back again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Came back, not
Come up
flexing
from
the eye.
classic, or was he always a bodybuilder?
Yeah, always a bodybuilder.
Mm,
Unfortunately, I have to say, I did work with him on the posing a few times, and in front of me, he was doing everything, good. And then when I watch him again on the video, like, Johan, you have to do this, this, and that. I don't know what it is. You can ask Chris Aceto. When I was in the room with Andrew, Jack, and Chris, Chris was like just raving about it, how great he looks. And Andrew didn't look in the mirror. He just followed what I was telling him and really nailed every pose. But on the stage, he didn't really project. He made some mistakes. So sometimes, right, they need to see themselves 2,000 times over. And then once you can do it without a mirror, then you should go on the stage and you're going to be perfect. Yeah, I don't like how Joanne is doing this pose at all.
Oh,
Uh,
no. Go to abs and thighs. Everybody's hiding, but everybody putting the hand down.
yeah.
Even and when you get to that last two poses, I guess you have a hard time holding it in.
Yeah, but what does it mean? It's signed to the judges. Okay, let me breathe. Let me breathe. Let me breathe. Okay, let me breathe. Here it is. Look at the guys. That
I
should,
think it's just becoming more of a habit.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
new mandatory pose. Look at that. Look at that. There should be synchronized swimming with this fucking.
Yeah, but
Look at
maybe
that.
Milo, we don't know. Maybe some judge told them to do that, so they don't see the stomach breathing out, come out in and
Uh,
out. Maybe they advised him to do that. You know.
yeah, cover the gut. Yeah, that's a new pose.
That's Akim and Presti there.
So they have a great abs. Look at that. Great
Yeah.
abs, and then they're covering it.
Milos, this is because they don't practice to stand on stage for 15 minutes nonstop.
Uh,
Pablo's got good abs too.
any reason why they don't practice? I mean,
Yeah, and I get it because I've been there. It's just when you're exhausted and then you got to practice. If I can turn back the time, Milos, I would put more time into fucking posing than fucking training. For
of
real.
you're not going to train on the stage, you're going to pose on the stage. So you have to
Exactly.
condition
And
yourself.
this is what I explain to athletes now when they ask me for an advice. And I tell them, I said, listen, I know you got to train, but the training is the easiest part in that whole fucking journey.
Yep.
Training is the only part that is fun. You can't wait to get to the gym. It's not even fucking hard. You need to pose because once you get on stage, nobody's going to ask you how much you squat or how much you bench. They want to see what you look like with your clothes off, not with your favorite shirt that make you look the biggest or with your favorite tank top. All that shit don't matter. You got that shit got to come off. And then you got to be able to suck it in for if you are showing off a vacuum and you show it off in the lineup when they asked you to stand, you got to be able to stand in the lineup in the back and hold that vacuum for the whole time. Otherwise, you'll show off your waist, which is probably not fucking really small. That's the reason why you're doing the vacuum. So that's my advice to the guys now. Fucking practice posing. Fuck all the other bullshit. Training, do that training. That's an hour a day, but posing, give it an extra hour. And you get more comfortable. I mean, after a few days, if you really do it every day, after a week, you can tell how much better you get and you can tell how much easier it gets. You don't even sweat no more at the end.
Yep.
I was a victim of the same. That's why I'm saying, guys, don't do it. You all that training and
Oh, look
dieting
good. Look at
and
this.
prepping is only to show your physique. If you can't show it, then you're not doing your job.
Yeah, I said it a million times. It's not what you have, it's what you show. You can have all you want, but if you don't show it, it's like you don't have it. Yeah. All four looks good in this pose. Yeah, for sure. But listen, the lineup was deep. You know that Roman Fritz competed?
Yeah, he got ninth.
Yeah, eight
Wow.
or something like that.
Yeah.
I
Probably
was,
still missing the size.
yeah, Damian Kufel from Poland plays fifth, and he looked amazing. I don't know if you have footage.
I
That
don't think
guy,
so.
yeah, it's like big, ripped, like kind of Gunther Schwerkamp, kindish physique.
What was he missing that he didn't make top four?
I mean, unfortunately for his height, he still needed to be a little bit more V-tapered, a little bit
Thanks,
more
Carter.
quads. Yeah, a little bit more quads, but crazy physique, crazy physique. And then, okay, I wrote the Italian guy, Roberto Buonomo. He plays third in one of the shows like recently. It's Patrick guy, and he comes ripped to pieces. It's very good. Actually, initially he was in the center with Akim Williams, and then they move him.
So he was in that show.
Yeah, he was in the show, and they play sixth.
He
Yeah,
played six.
yeah, sixth. And then
So he's
Massier,
missing his size.
Pablo. No, size is there. Size is
What,
there.
what is he missing?
I mean, little presentation, a little bit, not controlling the stomach at all times.
Mm.
The guys are good. Like top 10 guys are good.
Wasn't Ed in that show Cogbo? What happened to him?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he didn't show up.
Yeah, otherwise we would see him for sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I said because I was like, did he not make top five or four?
No, 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 he wasn't there.
Huh. So you
Why
pulled out
isn't someone like Nathan de Asha doing these shows?
Nathan is
He's
probably
not.
pissed. Nathan is probably still pissed.
He's
I don't
he's
know.
good. These lineups are good for him.
He usually does Romania, you know?
Yeah.
He usually
You,
does.
you think after what happened earlier this year, he's going to do another show this year?
Nathan gets in shape like super fast.
Yeah, he does. But he also gets mad when he doesn't place where he thinks he should.
You know, yeah, of course. Understandable. You know.
And then when he's mad, he says things out of emotion that sometimes, you know, doesn't. That's just some people call him a crybaby. Some people tell him hey, you should tell him like it is. And at the end of the day, if you want to compete, you just got to sometimes take your losses and also take your wins because he has what 13 wins.
He's got a lot.
11
Yeah.
times at least, yeah.
Sometimes some of these guys just catch up.
Yeah.
But then again, he probably has the same idea as me. When you look at someone and he doesn't have the shape that he should be, he probably thinks like an old school guy said, hey, how can he beat me? Just because he was a little sharper or maybe or not? I don't know.
Yeah, I had examples of those guys coming up to me and saying, "No way you beat me." I said, like, man, I didn't judge the show. Like Ray McNeil, okay?
Oh, when I
He
got
was
shot.
and then one night of the champions, Nasser, somebody came with Pavel Yablonitsky, right? And so Pavel wanted Nasser to translate to me, there is no way that I beat him. I said, Pavel, please.
How would somebody get what's on your mind if you go to another competitor that beat you to go
Yeah,
up and tell him you didn't beat me? Motherfucker, I just did. Look at the scorecards.
yeah, but I understand how that is. I
And what
was
did you say? Oh yeah, I shouldn't
no,
have.
I said like, listen, I'm not judging, man. Come on. So don't be pissed off at me by all means. I was super happy when Pavel beat me in '99,
New York.
and I swear to God, because I know how much it meant to him and this $10,000 and all this stuff. Like it kind of like changed his life, and he was like in tears. And for me, it didn't matter that much.
Mm.
Uh, for example, and I really always liked Pavel. I think he was underrated. He was way better than he was placing. Maybe he should have beat me that time too.
Was he shorter than you?
Disagreeing.
People don't understand that Milos, you had a fucking awesome physique and you're always in shape. I don't know why you always
And you had
make it
legs.
be like you were just there. No, you were a guy that was competing with the best of the best and you stood your ground.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
listen,
know why you always,
if I was
huh?
being killed, I wouldn't be competing. But I had fun having some of those duels back in the day. You know how it is?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because it's a judge, I want to just know from you. Put Milos in the classic physique right now. His condition, his shape, the way he was back then, how would he fare in classic?
So he'd have to get those glutes shredded. That would be the number one thing. But shape, fullness,
Okay,
size.
now, listen, I didn't ask you what he needed to get better. I just asked you where would
Hey,
how would he fare with those guys?
Oh, he'd do very well. That's where he'd belong.
That's what I wanted to hear. We didn't want to hear you had to get his glutes harder. He knows that.
Yeah. No, his physique would do very well. You kidding me?
hey, Flex Wheeler never had a side of glutes. Chris Cormier,
He
Vic
did. He did have
Reese,
strider.
huh?
He did have strider glutes in 93.
Flex?
Completely. Yes.
Yeah, I was there. I mean, that was the only time that you could see something.
No, 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 Milos. Look at the Arnold 93.
I was there. I know
I
that's the
see.
hardest he's ever been. But
Studied those pictures. He had striated glutes.
Yeah, he
He didn't
definitely
have
did.
them after that. Not even in '98. True. But even you listen, we judging. Look, he gonna pull out. He pull out if he does the classic. He pulls those classic trunks and doesn't show his ass like these guys now. It's not a fucking striated glute show. It's a classic physique show.
oh,
I
Yeah.
think.
by the way,
I think
do you see
Milo
what I posted today? I posted myself as a man's physique, classic physique, and open on Instagram. Last post. Yeah,
starting.
yeah, shit.
What'd you do it with AI? You put board
Oh,
shorts
no,
on
no,
you?
it's a if you have a phone video, just check it out. You have a phone?
I'm on my phone.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I put this is my man's physique look, okay,
Ah,
and then I have a classic physique look,
yeah, that's
and
great.
then I have a boom open fucking, you
Because
know.
nobody in the classic physique had the quads that Milos had.
No,
Yeah,
no. And
I-
that Ray McNeil didn't have quads, if I remember right.
Oh, he
yeah,
did. He did.
He did?
he had a
Not like Milos.
no, no, he didn't have a that
I like Milos.
steep. Remember, he had those sticky legs. He had a quads, but they're elongated.
Got one picture from Ray McNeil that was hanging in my office in my gym in Thailand. I don't know if you remember that.
No,
That was a black and white picture from him standing from the back, glutes ripped,
yeah,
just relaxed.
crazy traps, crazy back, yeah.
I didn't even know who he was, but I had the picture and I put it on my door.
Wow, that's funny. He was
Yeah.
before you? Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Significantly before you, right?
yeah. He was dead by the time I came. He
Oh,
was shot
wow.
by his wife.
You
Yeah,
know,
I saw that documentary. I remember when that happened, but I
Mm.
didn't I didn't think he was like that good of a bodybuilder.
yeah.
Probably
He,
wasn't,
I think he
but
beat
for me,
Paul Gillette, right? He beat Paul Gillette at the North American ones.
that I don't
Oh, as
know.
an amateur.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just started lifting weights and then I just came across this picture and I was like, wow. Just
That's
like you should
funny.
have saw. Hey, I'm glad Milos didn't fucking realize me when I first saw him at the FIBO. You should have saw my face. I probably looked like a fucking like a gay fucking fan.
hey, Nexila posted the video of me touching his calf and touching his leg, right? And then everybody was like, "Hey, this is gay, gay, gay." I said, "Like, what do you mean? Touching another man is gay?" You know, since
I
when?
he had to, hey, me and Dexter had to do it too because I want to
Yeah,
see.
sure.
You
Okay,
should
so
have.
it's a normal thing. John Brown comes to Serbia in 1983, and that's the first time, in my life I see a world-class bodybuilder. And I remember I was just like, I want to touch his fucking bicep. Like I really, that was my aim, and not just me, but probably everybody else. And we were closing down on him, and he took like stick of pictures like this and just throw it away so he can escape on the other side. And I'm there like, oh, here's a picture, and I reach for it, and somebody kicked me in the eye. Man, I had a black eye for fucking 2 weeks. So,
Oh, kick
so
me
that
in the
was
eye
the
for a
story.
picture.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
there was like 7,000 people in Novi Sad watching that show. He guest posed with the three different songs, brought the house down.
Hmm.
That was the most memorable thing. John Brown was back in the day, like, hashtag bodybuilding, crazy arms, crazy. And then, superposing.
I remember him first time when I saw him. I'm walking through the walking street in Heidelberg, Germany, and there was a little shop. It was like a sports shop where they had shoes and sport outfits and stuff. And then there was a couple of people standing in front of the door, and I didn't understand why. I walked past here to get to my school, my music school. And then there was a picture on the wall. It said, John Brown hier heute so und so viel Uhr. And that was the time that I was there. So I was like, I go in. He was in there standing. He had sweats on, but he was topless. I couldn't believe what I'm seeing. And this was way before I even started lifting weights. He was in there with the big ass chest. It's,
Crazy, crazy
How
check.
big a guy was he?
he was, for me back then, he was fucking humongous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How,
No,
how big was he really?
I mean, he was,
230,
I think, 6 foot.
230, 230?
Oh, he was 6 feet tall?
He was
Yeah, he was
six.
tall.
I think probably like 245-ish with
On
his,
stage?
but listen, the chest, the back, shoulders
Little
on,
tiny waist,
legs.
real tiny waist.
Yeah,
Shallow legs. I remember that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Training like a maniac, like a
Did
Yeah.
he marry a German woman?
yes,
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
two boys are nasty
three,
NFL football players.
Three,
three boys.
yes.
Yeah,
3.
Yeah.
They're
yeah,
all in the NFL?
I think so. One if didn't one of them just had an injury or had to get out or something?
I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
know
think
two of
he
them are still
made
in
it
the
to the NFL, and one is still not in the NFL. But he put names of the Egyptian gods, Equinemius, then Amon Ra, Asaru. You know, like where do you come up with these kind of names? Well, he's a special guy, right? And then he changed his Brown last into Saint Brown. He sounds more sophisticated, right? Saint Brown.
how you change your last name?
He did. Yeah. These guys are not brown, they're Saint Brown.
Well, since we're at that point, I'd like to say you too can unlock your full potential with the cutting edge lineup from high tech pharmaceuticals. All you have to do is just follow them on IG and Facebook. Visit High Tech Pharma for a deep dive into their science backed formulas that will power your performance, strength, and also bring you some of the best results.
Fuel your grind with the science of results. High-tech pharmaceuticals brings power, performance, and precision to every product. Elevate your fitness. Visit hightechpharma.com today. Backed by science. Built for strength.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can beat the St. John's. There's
James?
James.
James?
Maybe the mother's name. I think the mother's name is something Saint.
No,
So so it's hyphenated, like I'm
it's,
on Saint Brown. I'm on Raw Saint Brown.
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't
But
think you
anyway,
could change your last name.
yeah, I don't think so either. How do you change your last name? Your first name, yeah.
Hey, let's have him on the podcast, man.
We did. You
Yeah,
forgot me, but that's okay.
yeah, that was,
I I will get there. I will get there in about 6 months.
are you serious? Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God.
Hey, did you guys cover that clip snippet of when Steve was going to shake Samson's hand? Did he even really diss him, or he wouldn't look at him?
What?
I
You
didn't
guys
see.
didn't see that
I don't know.
at Prague when Steve went on stage to shake each one's hand. Supposedly Samson like looked away from him, and Steve
Oh,
stood there for a
no,
second.
that probably by coincidence. No, come on.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either. But someone,
No,
so,
I wouldn't take that as an insult because at this moment he probably didn't look at him while you. I don't know, but I don't
yeah,
think. Oh, you mean like you thought that Samson was dissing Steve?
that's what this video was insinuating.
Oh, hell no. That's not Samson. I don't think
I didn't
so.
think so either. But it was interesting that people are putting that
Uh,
shit out there.
People just put shit out there. They didn't put shit out there and try to dog Steve
Right.
for,
I say
you know.
this, Steve cannot favor anybody for a life of him. He's not predisposition for it. Like he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That's the way he see it, right? But if he thinks that Jose is better than Dennis, he's gonna call it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He's
And
gonna
then
Yeah.
call.
Dennis said, he got you, you know. So I didn't see really Martin beating Samson until I've seen some better footage. And then in the better footage, then I mean, as Jose said, like when you look at the real conditioning and strengths of the poses and balance, and Martin maybe had enough. Yeah, maybe.
Well, there were a lot of people that thought he beat him at the Olympia too.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know?
true. A lot of people thought so. And that would have been that would have been understandable too.
Martin's the real deal, and he's part of the conversation now, for sure.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
any show he does.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's only getting better.
For some reason, we always like kind of underestimated him, right? Like
I
it's
Yeah.
did.
you just place him in. Somebody has to be first, somebody has to be fifth and sixth. And that's why I was putting Derek in sixth. Like, what do you mean? All the way down to sixth? But yeah, there is the five great guys in front, and anybody can beat anybody on any given day. You know, shit.
Yeah. That's the way Lee Priest had it. Did you see Lee?
Yeah, yeah,
Lee put out his Olympia order that he would have had it. he had Derek as far as like sixth or eighth.
He had Andrew Jack
Yeah,
win and Hardy second, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Hey, and if by looking
Martin
at
third.
everything, I don't disagree with him. Not with Derek in sixth or seventh or whatever he had him. I don't know, but with Andrew in first, I would have been fine.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
You
No,
can't argue with that for
no.
sure. Except if Jose, you're the judge, and then you see the hamstring from the side and realize that side poses are not powerful enough to be not
But
even first or second or third, that he will
But
not.
you can make an argument that he wins every other pose.
yeah, but Milos, yeah. Now we're talking hamstrings from the side. Now let's break down the people that beat him. Where we can find weaknesses.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a hugest Andrew Jack fan forever. You
Mm.
know, I was with the uh, Chris Acedo in a room saying there's no way he can lose Arnold Classic. I mean, that's how great he looked. And now he looked way better. His quads are better, more separation, more depth, feathers, strided glutes. After
It-
after
it's
Jose showed us strided glutes at the Olympia Expo, we were freaking
I
out.
think the training with Kamal helped him a lot.
Huge
I think it's a
difference.
different training that he's doing right now. He's up there in Dubai by himself. Of course, he trains hard, but there's a difference when somebody pushing you and somebody's actually smaller than you and that's pushing you to a place where you've never been pushed before. And it
Yeah.
does make a difference. If
Yeah.
you do things that you haven't done before, your body will respond and you'll see things you never seen before. And that's what we saw. And I talked to Kamal and in Dubai. I saw him in Dubai. I said, "Are you going to keep training with him for the Arnold?" He said, "Yes, that's the plan."
I hope so, man.
I
So
saw a
that,
video of him yesterday and he looks even better.
yeah,
Even better. Like his back double is going to be untouchable.
yeah. So if he
Stick
can
to anyone.
continue to the Arnold, he's winning the Arnold.
I mean, his front double is untouchable. His front leg spread is untouchable. His ab and tie is untouchable. I love his most muscular, even though you guys don't like that positioning. I'm telling you,
It's
Who beats
different, that's
him?
for sure.
But if you look at him now, who beats him in the back double? Who?
Derek's glutes.
still,
That's
Derek,
it. You know, there's going to be a point where Andrew nails it, and no one can beat it
No,
because
but I'm asking this question because this Milos just went through a couple of poses where he said he's untouchable. Who touches him in the back double?
yeah, Derek. I mean, Derek for sure, and Hardy improved his back big time. I think so. Samson last year had a great back double biceps and a lot spread. He lost a little bit of that pop and the width and detail. Really, he was closing down even on Derek, and possibly he was beating Hardy on the back poses. That's why he beat Hardy eventually. He beat him on the side poses, and shit.
I think Derek's the only one that beats Andrew in the rear double.
His rear double changed from the Arnold to the Olympia drastically. I
Yeah,
mean, and this could be because different training, his muscles popping more, his back
yeah,
double before. He always had the width and he had everything, but just that little density was missing.
yeah.
And if he's getting that and he's
The
doing
arm
it
separation is crazy now. His arms are huge.
Huge, huge, huge.
four
Yeah.
more months to the Arnold, and he can change just to get a little bit better again and a little bit better than he was. That's
750
the winner
right
right
there.
there, right?
I think so. I think so. I think Arnold likes that physique.
You think Samson is doing the Arnold?
I wouldn't be surprised. Like at this point, he is like very much bothered, and he probably doesn't want to do it. But hey, it's 750,000. Follow up with
No. Have you spoken
250,000.
to him since Prague?
What?
Have you spoken to him since Prague?
Just text. Yeah, I
No.
didn't. I didn't call. And
So, but he seemed to be okay with the results, and he seems in good spirit, though.
yeah, not happy about it.
Okay, of course. I mean, but the way in the videos, he came across as, I mean, he wanted to present a better package, and he knows he did that, and that was the main thing for him.
Here's the guy
But
that he
let's
beat
say
me again.
We have Samson, Derek. Who else is going to be in it that's going to be dangerous to challenge those two?
Probably Martin.
Yeah, Martin.
Martin.
Yeah.
And then
Nick, is Nick going to do it?
is Nick going to challenge them?
You think Nick is going to do the Arnold Classic?
I don't know.
I
Nick
don't
needs a
know.
new coach.
I
He
mean,
needs.
in a way, listen, in a way, because you're talking about redemption and you were pushing kind of Samson to do the quick
I
shows.
don't coach anybody.
I mean, you were suggesting it would be a good idea for him, you know. I didn't agree with that one for sure. But for Nick, he should go to the Arnold thing, unless he wants to go back to the his favorite show, Pittsburgh.
Can Nick beat
I was
Andrew
never
the
gonna
way
compete
Andrew?
there.
Can Nick beat Andrew the way Andrew looked?
No way, no
Can
way.
he beat Samson the way Samson looks? He
Well,
couldn't beat Samson at his worst
yeah,
right
but
now.
there was also Nick at his worst, you know.
I know, but can he beat Samson?
I'm going
I'm
to say
go
yes.
go back. If I go back 1 month, you would say this is not possible. Okay.
If Nick almost beat, and in Tyler's eyes, he thought he beat Derek,
Mhm.
and Derek just won the Olympia, then theoretically Nick could beat anyone at his all-time best.
You know when I think Nick would be really dangerous for these guys? If he would
Drop
bring
10, 12
the
pounds.
size and the condition he had at the Arnold when he won the Arnold. That
Oh,
year, I think that Nick, just like at the Arnold in 21, I think it was,
yeah, 21, yeah.
he would have been fighting for 1 and 2 at the Olympia this year. That's just my 2 cents. I don't care what nobody says. Guys in the comments, tear me apart. I don't care.
Yeah, you're smoking crack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
No,
don't even.
I agree with you. That was the best Nick, I think. Jesus Christ.
And
And
I just saw a comparison before from that Nick and the Pittsburgh Nick, and it's a huge difference. Yeah, he's a little bit bigger, but that doesn't mean anything.
he
The
doesn't need to be
little
bigger.
That Nick at the 21 Arnold was the best Nick. And now 4 years later, and this is what I always say to guys, you're not gonna get better every year because people think if they put more weight on the scale, that means they're better. I said, you're gonna get to the point in your career, the last 10 years of your career, you're gonna be hoping and begging to get that condition or that shape that you had so many years prior, and you want to bring that back. That's the
Yes.
Nick. I think he just gotten too big. His waist is harder to control, even though he does a great job. It's hard to control if it takes longer. That waist at the Arnold, he was walking around, he was letting go. There was no distension at all. But is it past that time, Milos? Is that even possible to bring
I
that
think
back?
so, listen, because he did control it before. When I saw him at New Tech Gym, he was actually showing me his abs and he said like, and he was controlling it super deep. You can put the fingers in between it flat.
Yeah,
Okay,
but this is
Nick,
this is for
I,
10
I,
seconds.
yeah.
You have to
I said, can you
do
do
this
this
for
for like
20 minutes.
full prejudging? I said, yeah, yeah, he got it under control, and then he didn't. Listen, I'm all against this fucking fasting for 3 days and shit like this, right? That everybody's doing this autophagy, and it's good for you. I mean, if people can, fast for 3 days and handle it, maybe behemoth like this could, hey, stop eating for 3 days and step on the stage, and your stomach is going to be super flat,
Yeah.
you know?
If I was in Nick's corner, I would tell Nick from now on, starting last week, stop focusing on fucking size. There's nothing you can do to be small. You know what I mean? And just focus on bringing and slimming down, slimming, just trim this down and just make you feel comfortable knowing that you don't have to worry about not being able to control your waistline because he was doing good in Pittsburgh until they kept calling him 2, 3 rounds. And after that, all of a sudden he was just gone because he couldn't hold it no more. But when you're at a point where it is just so dialed in that you don't have to worry about holding your fucking stomach,
Yeah.
that's where you want to be.
And look, he didn't do many shows. When you look at Samson, did so many shows in the last 4 years. Samson did more shows than anybody else. And he kept improving, improving until he decided to slim down, to please the judges. And that didn't work for him. I'm sure that Samson's going to go right back in. Samson lost his power like Samson and Delilah, it was in his hair. For this, Samson was in his quads, in his legs. He lost the legs, he lost that power, and it was no longer the same Samson. So he was no longer that balanced and dominant on the bottom. He was beating Andrew Jack every time on the lower body. This is how he was beating him. Andrew is competing quite frequently. I mean, this is a little bit, it's not a concern because I did all the time. You, Dennis, kind of question if Derek can peak 3 times a year. I mean,
He didn't. For me, he didn't peak.
yeah, but it was decent. But Andrew competed more.
No,
Yeah, so he didn't do the
But he
Pittsburgh.
continues to get better.
He did the Arnold, but then he went to the FIBO, and in FIBO, he almost lost to Sasan. Hey, imagine that, losing to Sasan. So how would people take this? Oh, he lost to Sasan, and now he almost won the Olympia. And now he's going to Romania. I don't know for what reason. I love it because we're going to enjoy. We're going to see probably the best Andrew ever. But I just don't understand why. You know, why would
How
you?
much money is it?
Very little. I mean, I don't know.
30,000?
you don't understand why. Is
Yeah,
that Milos? Is that Milos we talking to?
yes,
Milos
that is
did
because
170
What
shows.
happened?
no, because of Arnold is around the corner. You know,
Yes,
When's
yes.
Romania?
Olymp
The Milos that I
about
know,
3 weeks ago.
the Milos, what the
What?
Milos that I know, he would have said, "Worry about the Arnold after this show." Now you changed your whole philosophy.
No, no, I didn't.
Getting softer.
I enjoy when people are competing. I'm serious. But come on, answer me. Okay, Jose, because Dennis is going to be on my case. You tell me, uh, is this wise to compete again right there, like now in the middle, like 4 weeks after the Olympia? What is it? 5 weeks?
4.
Or
No, it's going to be 4 weeks. Yeah. When is Romania?
I
I
guess.
just asked that.
Yeah, so it's 4 weeks exactly.
Okay.
From the Olympia,
Yeah,
which is next weekend,
yeah.
this coming
This
weekend.
weekend. This weekend. This
Oh,
weekend.
yeah. Do I think it's wise? I think it's great. I think,
To learn his
think,
body.
yeah, and I think Chris likes to keep him rolling as opposed to just going off and doing
Training
his
40.
own thing. Yeah. Just stay right there, keep him big within striking distance. Because he won't blow up to like 330 or something. But he easily can blow up to like 317 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but think that also to get in the condition he was at Olympia, he probably had to suffer. So if you suffer, and then
Okay.
suffer for 4 more weeks.
That way you keep him close. Keep him.
Milos, I think it wasn't the suffering. I don't think he suffered more than he suffered before. I think it was just a different training.
Yeah.
And you will probably know better than anybody that the good training, real training, will change your physique, especially if you have the genetics.
Yeah.
And Andrew seems like he's enjoying it. So, by all means, I'm not saying it's a wrong thing. I'm not saying it's a wrong thing.
Change to all the competitors and all the future competitors that's trying to hire Milos. This is the time to hire him. He's got a Christmas special coming up. Plus, he's not telling you to do all the shows no more. So you can pick and choose and just do any show you wish.
Hey, be patient. There is a show in 2027. Don't rush.
Yeah. Let's just put on some weight. Awesome. Now, but I want to see what he looks like in Romania. Now, of course, I mean,
You seen
he's
that
the,
Instagram post?
no, because you mean the score no, from him.
Yeah.
Carter, let's see if you can find Andrew Jack's Instagram if we can see what he looked like in his
I
last
hope it was
post.
his Instagram. I mean, I just
Where
seen
was
him doing a rose, but I don't know if it's his Instagram. You saw it, Jose?
Doing rows.
Yeah.
Um,
See him. You have a privilege of getting the.
yes. No, I have a posing video that I
Ah.
saw.
But it's
Yeah.
picture. Oh, yeah. So okay. So you saw what he looked like.
Yeah, that's why I said I know his back double's
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
better.
Up on top, the second from the right. Yeah, that one.
I think that's the one.
Yeah, I didn't see this.
You see, Romania. He's in Romania already.
Oh wow.
So what are we seeing here?
Crazy tie-ins, crazy.
Well, yeah, but we always see that on him. I
Uh,
thought
The
we're going to see
delts.
something different.
you can see conditioning in the movement.
He looks big. Those delts are crazy.
And
Yeah, and then
you don't really see until you see him in front of you.
right.
The German show, the FIBO show, he wasn't in the condition that he should be in, but he was. But I was standing on stage to announce them, and then he walked past me, and then he came talking to me, and I realized how fucking huge and separated he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable.
So wide.
So thanks, Carter. So yeah, so let's see what happens in Romania this weekend, and then we'll have something to talk about next week. And I'm also listen. I would like to bring him on the podcast one time because we haven't had him. I had him on one time, I think.
Andrew?
Yeah, I had him on one time, but that was when I was doing the interviews. There was but just me and him talking,
Yeah.
but
He's
it
a
would be
man
nice.
of few words.
I know. That's why it's better when we do it in the round tables, so that way everybody can say something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. It talks, but he doesn't talk much. So yeah, let's see what happens this weekend, guys. I appreciate you both. Thank you for the time.
All right.
You know,
Yep.
we don't even have to. We don't have to do no predictions because I guess we all predict Andrew to walk through there and collect the check. We don't even know who's in the show. It's too early because Carter, check and see if the normally they
Comes out
post,
today, right?
yeah, at 3 o'clock. So it is. Is it 3 o'clock in the East Coast?
Not yet.
No.
Oh, because it's
Yeah.
Romania, so it has to be.
Two
Romania's-
13, 2:15.
Yeah. No, it has to be on the East Coast when they make the announcement who's in the show. It's three
Oh yeah.
o'clock. Okay, so yeah, so they still have time to actually sign up. So yeah, I guess we'll talk about it next week. Wish you guys all the best. I'm on the flight tomorrow, so
Safe
um
travels.
anything that I wanted to say? Nah. All right, guys. Peace out.
Peace.
Safe flight.